Congregation for Secular Humanistic Judaism. Nehama is a member of the Keshet Board of Directors and is here to share with you a story about why Keshet is so important to her.
Woo!
So I practiced this once or twice, but I don't know it by heart. So does somebody have it for me? Whoops. Yay! Thank you, speech people. I sort of fantasized there were like little fancy folders up here, and everybody had their own with their name on it, a little star. Sorry, thanks. Back with you now. I wanted to share with you a little bit of why Keshet is so important to me. And then I'm going to ask for your help. And then I'm going to offer my help to help you help Keshet. You'll see what I mean. In October 2010, Keshet initiated a campaign called Do Not Stand Idly By, a Jewish community pledge to save lives in response to the heartbreaking string of suicides by LGBTQ youth who had been bullied. The pledge was a Jewish social justice campaign calling attention to and challenging the plague of homophobic and transphobic bullying in our society. I had been involved with Keshet for many years, ever since I met Edith at a screening of the film Hineni, actually at Isabella Friedman, which is where the Shabbaton was. But I wasn't super involved. I had supported Keshet's work before, and Edith and I kept crossing paths, but this campaign was different. On October 18th, 2010, I called my dad and told him about the pledge. And I asked him to make a significant gift to support this work, and he agreed. What's important to me about that date and why I remember it is because 3 days later, my dad came to my house and told me that he had stage 4 lung cancer. He told me that according to the statistics, he had only about 11 months to live. When I had called him and asked him to make a significant gift to Keshet, he knew he was dying, but I didn't. As I've said, he told me 3 days later. I think about what my dad heard in me in that phone call when I asked him to give to Keshet. He heard my passion. He heard me describe the struggle of teens in our community and around the country. And 2, he knew that I myself face mental illness and depression, and I myself know how it feels when you can't see past the pain. My dad supported Keshet as part of his way of making sure that the legacy of the money he had made in his lifetime went not just to his kids, but to help other kids too. My dad wanted every single kid to know that they were whole and safe. My dad had seen my own struggles in a way that only a parent can. And to him, it didn't matter if I was gay or straight. It was important that I was okay. In that phone call, when he knew he was dying and I didn't, when I told him of this campaign against bullying, this attempt to stop these suicides brought on by depression, brought on by rejection, I know that my dad heard Keshet's message, the truth that all human life is worth living and sacred. There's a teaching attributed to Reb Simcha Bunam. It is said that he carried 2 slips of paper, one in each pocket. In one pocket was a note that said, Bishvili nivra ha'olam, for my sake the world was created. And in the other pocket, the note said, Va'anochi afar ve'efer, I am but dust and ashes. He would take out each slip of paper as necessary as reminders to himself. Too many LGBTQ kids feel that they are only dust and ashes. Keshet's work is important to me and was important to my dad because Keshet's programs make sure that our LGBTQ kids know there's another note in the other pocket. Like we saw in the video, Keshet is creating a Jewish community where each of us is embraced as our whole selves. But to do this work, we need your help. This is the part where I ask you for help. On your tables are envelopes, and I'm asking you to make the most generous gift you can to Keshet this evening. Please take a moment and think about how important this work is. Think about how far we have come and how far we have still to go. Consider the family in New York who was forced to leave the congregation where they've belonged for generations, when they are made to feel unwelcome after their child comes out as gay. Think of the transgender teen in Raleigh, North Carolina, who found her body the subject of national debate. And consider the many Jewish day schools and other organizations, even right here in Boston, who want to more deeply engage in the work of LGBT inclusion, but simply don't have the funds to make that a reality. I'm asking you to fill out your gift envelope, think of a number, and then double it. And that money will help Keshet work toward our mission of full equality and inclusion, the LGBTQ Jews in Jewish life. And here's where I offer to help you help Keshet. Like most of you, I already made my gift to Keshet this year. ED called me and asked me to give more than I was planning to give, and I said yes. So tonight, I'm offering that I will match every dollar raised up to $18,000, representing Chai in memory of my father. So give as generously as you can, because whatever you don't give of that $18,000, I get to keep. My daughter will be happy if she gets another sweatshirt at the airport tomorrow, because you guys didn't make up that balance. The members of Keshet staff are walking around collecting your envelopes, so please feel free to pass them along once they're filled out. I'm gonna read a bunch of stuff about what your money gets, so literally fill out the envelopes while I'm talking. In case you're